Hello Internet, so nice to see you. Today we see which one is the most emotional note in the C major key. C major, as usual, is made by C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And of course, everybody has a different opinion on which note is the most emotional in this scale. So in my opinion, the most emotional note in the C major scale is, drum roll, A flat. But what? A flat is not even in the scale of C major. Well, yes, that's the beauty of it. A flat is not technically in the scale of C major, but it works perfectly in melodies and harmonies whenever you are in the key of C major, and it sounds very emotional, with a kind of sad and longing feeling. So how can we use the A flat note in the C major key? First of all, we realize that the A flat notes tend to resolve down to the G note. Rather than up to the B note. So in general, the A flat note would be followed immediately or later by a G note. So when we harmonize this A flat note and we create a chord around this A flat note, usually the chord that follows that, it's a chord that contains the G note, which could be the C major or a G major chord, and more rarely an E minor chord. But what chords do contain the A flat note and work well in the context of the C major scale? Well, let's go at it systematically. The A flat note could be the root, the third, or the fifth of a chord. The A flat note could be the root of A flat major. It could also be the root of A flat minor, but A flat minor tend not to work really well in the C major key. So now we can have chord progression using the A flat major chord that sound like this. For instance, this is C, F, A flat major, G, C. Again, the A flat major chord can be followed by a G chord or by a C chord. This way, the A flat note will resolve down to the G note. The A flat note can also be the third of a chord, and the two candidates are F minor and F flat major. F flat major is not really an option in our case because it's really hard to make it sound correctly since it contains the exact same pitches as the E major chord. But F minor is a perfectly viable option and it sounds absolutely great in the context of C major. For instance, this is C, F, F minor, G. And again, the F minor can be followed by G, or directly by C. A flat can also be the fifth of a chord, and in this case we have two viable candidates. We have the D flat chord and the D minor 7 flat 5 chord. Here we play C, D flat major, G, C. C, F, D flat, G. And of course I can follow D flat directly with C. Here I play C, F, D flat, C. Or I can use the D minor 7 flat 5 chord. Technically the 7th is not an absolute necessity here. I could just use the D diminished triad, but personally I like it better in its 7th chord version. The notes of the D minor 7 flat 5 chords are D, F, A flat, C. Here I'm just playing C, D minor 7 flat 5, C again. Or I can follow with a G, so C, D minor 7 flat 5, G, C. And of course, before any of those chords, so before the A flat major, before the F minor, before the D flat major, before the D minor 7 flat 5, I can put any other chord in the key of C major. So the idea would be to write a chord progression and make sure that when you hit one of those chords, in the melody, the singer or the guitar or any other instrument who has the lead hits the A flat note. And then, when the chord changes, this lead instrument resolves this A flat down to G, either immediately or after playing another note. So in this video we took a note that is out of the key, but it sounds very emotional in the key, and then we've seen what chords work with that and also work with the key. We could of course do the exact same thing for any other note that is outside of the key. All those notes sounds very emotional and evoke any different kinds of feelings and mental state because they are out of the key and you don't expect them, so they sound dissonant, and dissonance is drama, dissonance is color. But at the same time, we also find the right chords to go under it, so the dissonance is accepted by your ear. It doesn't just sound wrong, it actually sounds good, it sounds in place, and it just sounds great. If you want to know more about how to take the wrong notes and make them sound right, I do suggest you have a look at my course Complete Chord Mastery. This is not a book, it's a complete video course that leads you step by step through understanding how chord works, how key works, and how you can use any kind of chord in any key and make them sound right. How to build those chords, how to create chord progression, how to play them on your guitar so that you can create music with your guitar. This is not just a theory course, it contains a lot of practical application that you can reuse in your music. If you like this video, smash on that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any questions, comment, feedback, etc., please write them down in the comment. I want to hear from you. This is Tommaso Zelia on musictheoryforguitar.com, and until next time, enjoy!